Welcome back again. Today we're going to continue with the website creation and especially with the deployment, because last time we did design our website with Windsurf AI, completely free. We didn't spend anything. I just would say the Windsurf AI is pretty slow, pretty bad in coding. It has many mistakes right now, and you could get like better models. Especially Claude Code and Gemini is pretty good right now, I would say. So if you want to spend a little bit of money, I would prefer to use, you can even use it in the Windsurf application, so you don't need to like install Claude Code in your terminal. You just can use Windsurf for that. But today we're going to continue with our completely free and only created with Windsurf website. And therefore we're gonna check it out first. So we're gonna do this. Then we're just gonna check it out. We're just gonna run the localhost development server. And right now we're gonna check it out. It should start. Yes, and that's the website we just created last time. We got this watch on YouTube button, which should link to my YouTube channel. Yes, it is. And then it's working, so we can stop this. After that, we can close this, and I just initialized a new repository at GitHub. For today's video, you need GitHub and Vercel, and you need to link both accounts, so your GitHub repository gets loaded in your Vercel account. And first of all, you need to start the terminal, and you need to add this here. You need to initialize, and then you need to commit your first repository, so you need to commit your data to GitHub. And I just did all that, so right now I just need to update it. I just got a few issues. If you first create a repository, then you need to initialize. Then you need to commit, and then you need to push your data. And right now we update our initialized data. So you see, I just initialized it 3 times because I think it's not working, but it did work, and I tried to debug it back and forth all again in the terminal, because I had some issues like I don't have permission to initialize the project. I need like an SSH key or something like this, but I never had that, and it worked. But like the terminal output was, I don't have permissions, I need these and that, and I need to insert. Normally, if you first initialize something with GitHub, you need to write down your username and your password. That's it. And then you can create an SSH key, but I don't know. Let's not dive into that. So you need to normally you need to insert your password and your username to get access to GitHub if you want to initialize. And then if you initialized your first commit and pushed it, then you just update it with the add command, and after that you need to commit again and name the commit. So what's different? You have any bug fixes or like builds, I don't know what you did, just name it, and then you need to push it. And we're gonna see if the push works. Hopefully it did work, I guess, and then we should see it right here. Yes, okay. For your Vercel setup, you just have to link your Vercel and your GitHub account, like I said, and then you just need to click on the right repository, and then you immediately Vercel starts to do a build process, and starts to build your website, if you add, commit, and push, then you just upload a new version to GitHub and to Vercel, because these both accounts are linked. And if you have any bug fixes or the build fails in Vercel, you just go back to your Windsurf AI and then you try to fix it, like add it, because we had a package was not installed or something like this, like a template package, and that's why our first build failed. I just copied the error in Vercel and then I said please fix it. Then after like I think 1 or 2 tries, it was like a little bit complicated, the error was fixed and we have no other build errors. You can just do the command npm run build to see it in your console if the build fails there. And yeah, after that you just push your new file to GitHub and automatically to Vercel. It worked. Here we have the official website we just created and it's online. Let's click the domain. Oh, nice. Okay, it's online. Vercel just updated and I just opened the website and it worked. Let's see if the link works. It works completely fine, because this is the real website. Right now in Vercel you can go to here. Here we are. Okay, you see the first commit 35 minutes ago, the initial commit was build failed, so we had an TypeScript error, and right now it's ready, so it's online. And then you can, here in Vercel, you can see your analytics if you have it enabled. You have one website for free, so you can see like how many visitors you get, where they're from. You can here see the speed insights. Right here we got the settings, and the most important thing is your domains. So if you buy, for example, example.com, then you just need to add your DNS records to your provider. For example, you bought example.com, if it's available, I don't know, and it's unavailable. If you buy cryptoexample.com, it's 12 euros a year, so you can just buy that on Squarespace, or you buy it directly in Vercel. Then you just go to example.com, you just do the same, and here we have nothing. So on Squarespace you have a little bit more domain and domain endings, and in Vercel you are a little bit like limited. As you see, they don't have all endings, so if you don't find a domain directly in Vercel, you can just go to Squarespace. Squarespace is like, it's from Google, you can find everything here. But if you don't want to add your DNS records and stuff in the provider settings at Squarespace, it's a little bit, it's not that complicated, but you just have to buy your domain here. Then you just have to look it up, like the DNS records, and you just have to add them. Add your Squarespace account, you have 2 different accounts, and I don't know. If you need any help with the whole deployment, I'm gonna help you in the comments below. Just write a comment and I will help. And I would prefer to buy a domain directly from Vercel, even if you have not your preferred ending. It's just much more easy if you're a beginner, but it's not that hard to just add these endings. As you see, it's just like copying, and in your Squarespace account just enter. It's not that hard. So if you have a little bit more complicated website and you have a backend or any other stuff, and you have a .env data, like a .env file, then you need to insert it right here. So for example, you have super base, then you have like a super base, I don't know how it's like originally called, it's just like a super base key, and then you have a value like I don't know, like this, and then you have like random ass numbers. You can just import the whole part here, the whole file. And yeah, if you have any backend questions, I don't know, I'm a beginner with, especially with Superbase. I'm just beginning to learn that, and I just know you just have to insert it here. It's not that hard, and that's all you need to do here. I think that's all. You have your deployment, that you see if you have any error. If you, I think it's using the latest fallback. So if you have now an error, it's just use the file what's ready. So if you build a new website and you upload it here, and then you have an error, it just uses the old working website. So you have no worries about that. And then you just have overview. You just see like all insights, all analytics, and that's all. That's all you need to know. If you have any further questions, just write a comment. I'm still a beginner, so I'm just learning. I try to learn with you. If you have any projects, let me know. I'm gonna help you. And yeah, that's it for today's video.